Good morning. Today on Spotlight, Phillip Roos, the director of the Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes, and Energy, and N. Charles Anderson, longtime president and CEO of the Detroit Urban League. They'll give us insight from Michigan's healthy climate plan to the state's election year politics and economy. It's Sunday, March the 3rd. I'm Chuck Stokes, and this is Spotlight. Mr. Roos, thanks for joining us today on Spotlight. The governor just presented her budget. How does that affect your department, which everybody's talking about? Environmental, quality, water, Great Lakes, all these things.
Well, great to be here, Chuck. We are at the heart of protecting Michigan's air, land, water, and climate we talk about now. That means protecting public health as well as the livelihood and way of life of 10 million Michiganders. And we really tried to prioritize that in the budget. And there are four big areas that came out of that. There's a major focus on protecting drinking water and building water infrastructure. There's also contaminated site cleanup and a new proposal there that I'm really excited about. There's more money to build on the success of all the clean energy legislation from the last legislative session, so to continue to work against climate and energy. And then some work on often misunderstood or not acknowledged part of what EGLE does, which is to protect, to help to promote responsible economic development and community development. And along the way, drawing down a lot of federal money to help support all that.
Absolutely. Which one do you think you'll have the strongest bipartisan support on?
Well, I hope on all of them.
Well, I know you do, but realistically, knowing that the legislature is the legislature, and there are D and R's, and there's oftentimes a little tug and pull, which one do you think you may get the strongest blowback on?
Wow, I hope, we honestly haven't had much blowback or any blowback that I know so far. I mean, drinking water and water infrastructure, that's something really fundamental to the way of life of our people of our state, and everybody's been supportive of that. And a large part of that is federal dollars that we're bringing into the state, and it creates jobs and clean water and wastewater drinking treatment systems and all of that. The contaminated site cleanup, we have 26,000 known contaminated sites in the state of Michigan, and the Governor Whitmer has really made that a priority to clean that up. So I think that's going to be an important part of it. We're going to have support for economic development and community development. And that means having more people who can engage with the public, whether it's regulated parties or it's people in communities where an industry is at and who may have concerns about a permit. Everybody has a stake in that.
Do people understand that we have an old infrastructure, an old state, and that these things have to be repaired, and if we don't repair them, then what it's going to cost us coming down the line can be 10 times more than what we're asking for now, but everybody's watching their pocketbook?
Yeah, I think we're really building understanding of that. With a lot of the climate-related impacts, flooding, that's a seasonal, a very frequent event in our state.
And when it hits?
And when it hits, yeah.
People notice.
Storms that at a magnitude we've never seen before. 73 degrees in February was nice, but there's a lot of other impacts that aren't so nice.
This week has been an example of one extreme to the other.
And then I think everybody cares about drinking water. I think it's becoming much more known. I think what people don't see is the role the work of this agency is. We're a regulatory agency, so we do inspections and we issue permits and things like that, but we also have a key role in economic development support, never sacrificing environmental protection. And also, I think as it relates to the money, one thing that is not well understood is that more than half of our dollars that go into the agency go back right back out the door.
Okay, we need to take a quick little pause. We'll come right back. I want to talk about some of the money that you mentioned already that's coming from the federal government, how Michigan may compare to some of our other states that we're competing with, and something that is near and dear to the hearts of Michiganders, and that's our Great Lakes. We'll be right back right after this. us some idea of what kind of federal funds have been coming in here, particularly up under the Whitmer administration.
Yeah, well, the governor has really led in this area. When we had the Inflation Reduction Act and the bipartisan infrastructure bill and the CHIPS and Science Act, all those big opportunities from federal funding, she immediately took a bunch of steps so that we could capitalize on it. We have a Michigan Infrastructure Office. There were executive directives that directed all the agencies to work on, to gear up for this, a number of other things.
And this is all part of her big
Yeah.
Michigan, a healthy Michigan.
Yeah, and the result of that has been there's been great coordination across the different departments and with all of state government, as well as coordinating and providing assistance to local governments, tribes, and other communities. And the result is we're really out competing most other states. I think on the latest on climate funding, for instance, and there's been a lot of that. I think we're like number 3 in the country in terms of drawing down federal funds, and we're not the 3rd largest state in terms of population.
Who's ahead of us?
I'm trying to remember, like California.
I was about to say probably California.
Is up there in that group.
Yeah, and they're a big state.
But we're doing quite well compared to them. And then of the priorities that I mentioned, they're almost every item in there, there's some federal funding element of it, and they're specifically designed to put money where we can get impact from federal dollars, like in the drinking water, water infrastructure area. Her budget calls for $40 million to go toward removing lead service lines. And what that means is there's actually a pot of federal money that's quite substantial that can only be used to take out lead service lines. But communities don't just take out lead service lines. There's other work they want to do at the same time, fix water mains and so forth. So the state money is to do those parts of those projects that aren't covered by the federal money. And then there's another $275 million for other water infrastructure.
In terms of Flint, which certainly got a tremendous amount of attention in terms of water quality, are you happy where we are right now in the state in terms of all of that cleanup and improving that infrastructure?
Yeah. We have made enormous strides. And where we are with Flint, I think we're on the 10th anniversary of the water crisis first happening, or that's happening this year. And we're now at a point where we're down to a very small number of lead service lines and other infrastructure that's being fixed. And we're moving with maximum speed. Benton Harbor, in 18 months, we replaced all the lead service lines at no expense to the citizens and ahead of time.
Mr. Roos, what would you say is the state of our Great Lakes?
Well, I think they're amazing. What an unparalleled resource that defines our state. There are issues, invasive species.
But overall, are our Great Lakes in good shape, especially the ones that touch Michigan?
Yeah, I think overall we're doing well. We do have these issues to address, algae blooms in Lake Erie and Saginaw Bay, places like that. But the work that we're doing in the state, as it relates to drinking water, groundwater, surface water, all affects the Great Lakes. So we're really doing a good job with all of that. And then I should mention that Governor Whitmer has been appointed to chair the Great Lakes Council of Governors and Premiers. So she's going to be in a leadership role to really bring together all the states and provinces that touch the Great Lakes.
What's the latest in terms of Line 5 as we kind of head into the spring and people start heading up north from Mackinac Island, what have you? I remember when the governor ran very first time, that was a heated issue on the campaign trail, and it was one that she debated her opponent on, and she said, we're going to shut it down. Well, they have probably the best and strongest lobbyists on both Democratic and Republican sides, and it's still going. Any updates that you can provide?
Well, that's probably a topic for a whole other
session. It is.
But what I would say
in a nutshell.
What I would say is Governor Whitmer's been steadfast about getting the line out of the water as quickly as possible. We're tied up in court in various jurisdictions right now. And right now, that's kind of where we stand, as those are all being resolved. It's a little bit out of the state's hands at the moment, although Governor Whitmer has advocated with the White House and with others that this is really important to the people of the state of Michigan, so we continue to work on that.
Okay, all right. Mayor Dowd up on Mackinac Island probably wanted me to ask that question. All right, all right. Mr. Roos, thank you so much for coming in and keeping us up to date on what's going on in terms of these important issues that affect the quality of life for all of us, and we'll get you back.
Thanks so much. Such a pleasure.
It's our pleasure. Sure. And coming up, we'll talk to the president and CEO of the Detroit Urban League in Charles Anderson right after this. And welcome back to Spotlight. Joining me now is in Charles Anderson. He is the president and CEO of the Detroit Urban League, a long time president and CEO of the Urban League. We're just coming off the Michigan presidential primary, another big election year, presidential election year. I'm sure promises to be historic regardless of what happens. Yes. But when you look at the Michigan results, did anything surprise you?
Well, I was a little surprised, Chuck, by the uncommitted. I didn't think that effort would have generated as much attention as it did, but I thought they'd gotten too late to really push that. But in some parts of the state, uncommitted beat Joe Biden, and in some parts of the state, was pretty close. So I think there was a message sent. So that surprised me a little bit.
And what do you think that says to the Democrats in terms of a message?
Well, I think it to
and
me,
Republicans.
I think it to me it says that there are people who are extremely concerned about what's happening in the Middle East and whether or not we can do something to make sure that innocent civilians aren't in harm's way. And I think our country needs to figure out how to deal with that. And the president needs to address it. I think that's going to be an important thing that the president needs to do. But I was also impressed that...
Do you think that the president can get those individuals who say, I voted for you first time, President Biden, but I'm leaving the tent now and I'm going to either go and vote for Mr. Trump, or I'm not going to vote at all, but you're not getting my vote again.
While the Urban League doesn't endorse candidates, from what I know, I can't think going in the other direction or give them the kind of satisfaction that they want. I think the best chances are probably with Joe Biden and the Democratic Party to get more of a result that they're looking for, more support. More pressure on the Israeli government, the leaders there to back down a little bit. And so there's talk about a ceasefire, so you hope that that ceasefire will take effect. Some of those hostages will be released. And, October 7th will have a different kind of take come November.
Mm-hmm. And for former President Trump, it is an opportunity to go after a disenchanted electorate.
Well, yeah, I think so.
I mean, if you're a shrewd politician, you're going to say, okay, these folks are unhappy.
But I think
maybe I can get them into the Republican tent if they weren't already there.
I think you want the candidates and look at the totality of their platform and what they're talking about and what they're doing. And one issue, I think you can turn. I think the Biden administration can probably turn people more back toward him. The totality of what Trump proposes policy-wise versus what Joe Biden proposes policy-wise, to those disenchanted voters who voted uncommitted, I think that they were looking for a way to stay with Joe Biden. They basically were trying to get his attention. That's what Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib said they were trying to do. That's what others said they were trying to do, is get the president's attention. And I think they got the president's attention. Perhaps they also got the governor's attention, because she has to play a role in helping deliver Michigan for the Democratic Party. So maybe they got her attention as well, and something will take place. I mean, Detroit, our area is the largest area of Middle Eastern in the country outside of the Middle East, so the Muslims in this community. So I think they've gotten their attention.
Urban League has always been about civil rights, but also about business, and it's sort of a two-pronged approach. And you go in, you know, they oftentimes say the NAACP knocks down the door, and then the Urban League comes in and sets up the
that
meeting.
was my slogan, yes. But we focus on direct service and helping individuals. Our mission to enable African Americans and others to improve their quality of life, their standard of life. We're serving about 15,000 people every month with our workforce, our youth development, our women, infant, and children clinics. So we're making a difference in the direct services of individuals. Sometimes they look at us as a schizophrenic organization because we are civil rights and social services, but we're certainly more focused on direct services to individuals than we get involved with the funding. The funding doesn't always fund advocacy, it funds direct services, and that's what we focus a lot of our attention on.
All right, great. All right, we need to slip a little direct service break in here. Yes. We'll be right back with In Charles Anderson right after this. In terms of African Americans as they approach this huge election and the issues that they traditionally are very concerned with, how important is what you see happening in the economy now? And do you feel as though African Americans are a little restless with what's going on right now, or you feel like they feel, things are pretty good? Unemployment is low?
Yeah, I think unemployment is low, but I don't think, where I said, I just don't think that the information is resonating like it should. I don't know how a folk could talk about the economy when, inflation is going down, incomes are going up. I think companies are being greedy in terms of setting prices, but I think it's a little challenging to get people excited and stimulated with regards to the upcoming election. There's plenty of time still for ads to go up, for candidates to campaign and do more, but I think it's too quiet on the front right now, I think. And when I tell my friends around the country that Michigan has some of the most generous and liberal voter registration laws of any state in the nation, that you had in the primary well over 1 million people who voted before election day. But what concerns me the most about past election, and more so this upcoming election, is how technology, AI, and other bad actors are going to act to try to fool, disturb, or interrupt the flow and the thinking of individuals and how the message is presented. And I think we're going to have to be very diligent about making sure people are informed, well-informed, accurately informed, and not, led to be distorted.
Technology can be a blessing, but it can be a curse too.
It's more of a curse as the elections roll around.
Right. You've got a big dinner coming up, your annual Detroit Urban League Distinguished Warrior Dinner. Set the stage a little bit for us this year.
This will be our 45th annual Salute the Distinguished Warriors Dinner on March the 14th. And during this dinner, we attempt to recognize individuals who have made great contributions in our community in the areas of human and civil rights. So we have 5 outstanding people that we are going to recognize this year. Eva Garza DeWash, who runs Sur Metro, is very involved in the Hispanic community. We're honoring Dr. Isaiah Ike McKinnon, who served as our police chief, our deputy mayor. We're honoring Reverend Dr. Dee Dee Coleman, who recently just retired from Russell Street Baptist Church, but she was also one of the first women pastors of a major church, a first woman to chair or be president of the Council of Baptist Pastors. We're doing the Honorable Joanne Watson posthumously.
Wake up, Detroit.
Wake up, Detroit. All of us were disappointed, saddened when she passed away in 23. But the other big candidate, the person that we recognize, is none other than Chuck Stokes.
Well, you know what they say.
A great deal.
Well, you know what they say, like a squirrel. If you stick around long enough, you may find a nut.
Well, the only thing you have to, there are people will find out that Chuck Stokes really is over 65. You have to be at least 65 or over to be considered distinguished
You
warrior.
gave away the really big secret. People out there still thought that was 40 years old, Charles. You blew my cover.
But this dinner is our biggest event, and it's really a joy to recognize these individuals in many cases, they're unsung heroes and sheroes, but they're not all household names, that they're people that folk ought to know about. And the day before the dinner, Chuck, we have this event that you're familiar with, the Youth Dialogue, where we have this intergenerational conversation with high school students and our distinguished warriors from past and present years. And that interaction between 8th through 12th graders and who, in that teenage years and people who are over 65, it's always an amazing day to see.
And that's a beautiful part of this. I know time's our worst enemy, but you're right, I've seen it many times. Because that's when you're touching young people.
Yes.
And they're just starting out, trying to figure out what is it I want to be, and they get the chance to interact with people who've already had these long careers. And hopefully it's a great example for them and a motivation to be able to say, you can do this, just work hard and all these things.
Here's some people who were just like you one time. They were wondering, unsure what they were going to be doing in life, but they stepped ahead, and somebody like Chuck Stokes or Ike McKinnon or Dee Dee Coleman, they all stepped forward and they made great strides and great contribution to our society. And our young people are inspired by that day. I think our mature citizens, our distinguished warriors, are also inspired by that day.
Euphemisms here.
But it's a great day. The dinner is our big fundraiser.
And that's March 14th.
March 14th. And those kids, by the way, get a chance to come to the dinner and witness the night.
Well, we're all looking forward to it. Another great dinner, a great tradition in this town, and we commend you for having the vision and the leadership of it, as well as the Detroit Urban League. And tickets are still available, right?
Tickets are still available. Go to our website at www.deturbanleague.org or call us 313-832-4600.
All right, last thing we'll say real quick is if you haven't seen the exhibition for the Honorable Judge Damon Keith, the late Judge Damon Keith, that just opened up this week at the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History. Make sure you go down there. He was a legend, and he was our legend here in Detroit. And I know you were at the opening the other day.
Great opening. I'm like you. I want to go back so I can spend more time.
That's what I got to do.
Looking at what's happened. I did walk in one of the rooms when they flashed up one of Judge Keith's statements that democracies die behind closed doors. And that ruling was one of those most unique things and important things that happen in our community, or in the country.
He was quite a man, quite a jurist. All right, we got to go. I'm Chuck Stokes. We'll be back next week with more Newsmakers in the Spotlight. We hope you have a great week. And Charles, thanks for joining us.